Hey, TikTok. Hi, YouTube. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, hump day. Today was chest, shoulders, triceps. We're going to get into all of that good stuff tonight. Talk to you guys about my food journey these past 61 days, I believe. I think it's been 61 days. Yeah, we're gonna get into all of that. Just gonna let you guys join. Hi, hello, welcome. We're gonna be talking about my food journey these past few months, what I've been up to, what I've been eating, what I'm doing in the future. So just giving everyone an opportunity to get in here so we can start discussing. Hi TikTok, hi YouTube, and just so you guys know, YouTube is on my right, TikTok is on my left. So if y'all see me looking back and forth, it's because I'm talking to two communities at the same time. Hey y'all, so tonight we're gonna talk about my food journey these past few months and what I've been eating, what kind of things I've been doing. And we'll even go back to when I first started losing weight, so 21 months ago. So tonight is just all about food. Sounds fun, right? All about food. YouTube, TikTok, make sure you guys hit the heart button on TikTok. Let's get the hearts going. YouTube, hit the thumbs up button, y'all. Let's get the lives active. The lives need to be active, you guys. I gotta know that y'all like what we be talking about. I need to know that y'all feeling the content, right? So all I ask, and y'all feel free to ask any questions that you guys have. This is definitely an open forum, Q&A, all that good stuff. Anything you wanna know, I will do my best to answer it for you, okay? So let's get some hearts going, TikTok. We're about to talk about food. We're about to talk about nutrition. We're about to talk about my weight loss journey, my muscle building journey, all that good stuff. But we got to get some hearts, y'all. We got to get some hearts. We got to get active. We got to get active. Thank you, TikTok ready to get active. TikTok is ready to learn, try and figure out what's going on. All right, so we can go ahead and get started. It's a good amount of people on here. All right, so for those of you guys who are new to my channel, YouTube or TikTok, new to my profile, thank y'all for joining, number one. My name is Jasmine, and I lost 115 pounds naturally, no weight loss surgery, no appetite suppressant pills. And for those of y'all who have already heard the spiel, like, thanks for being patient. It's just like TikTok be showing the lie to people who aren't even following me. So it's like, I gotta give them a little backstory. You know what I mean? Because they like, who the hell are you? So I lost 115 pounds. My heaviest weight was 340. And now, well, I was sitting at like 235. Now I'm probably like 245. So I've gained some weight, but that's because I'm bulking, and we're gonna get into all that. So how did I do it? Since I didn't have any weight loss surgery, I changed my mindset. So I started thinking more positively. I changed what I ate. I've been vegan now for a year and a half. And for those of y'all who don't know what veganism is, plant-based diet, it's no meat, no animal products. So no meat, no dairy, no seafood. Some people are like, do you eat seafood? No, I don't eat any seafood. So I eat plants. Okay, I eat plants all day. That's what I eat. It's different from vegetarian. Vegetarians still eat dairy. I don't eat dairy. That's the difference. And I started exercising, doing weightlifting. Hi. So I love to lift heavy weights. That's what keeps me going when I'm stressed, when I'm sad, even when I'm happy. Like, I'm in the weight room. That's my thing. Okay. So during the time in which I lost all of the weight, that took me about 15 to 16 months to do. I was losing the weight very slowly, about 2 pounds a week. Some weeks I wouldn't lose any weight. Some weeks I would lose about 3 pounds. So it just varied. When I first started my journey, like weeks, like the first month I probably lost like maybe like 15 pounds. But then after that, it got slower, which is good, you guys. Don't lose weight quickly. The faster you lose it, the quicker you're gonna gain it back. So it's all about slow weight loss, okay? Some people get so impatient, and I'm telling you, you wanna lose it slow. 1 pound a week, 2 pounds a week, that's really good, okay? So never get discouraged on that. Some weeks you might not lose any weight. It's okay, it's a part of the process, it's a part of the journey. So when I was losing weight, I kept my calorie count most of the time. You know, I'm not perfect. Most of the time I stayed around 1,400 calories, between 12 and 14. Some weeks or some days I probably ate about 18. I ain't even gonna hold you. Some weeks I was eating, okay? But for the most part, on average, I stuck around 1,400 calories. And protein-wise, I just tried to get about 50 grams. And that's plenty when I was the size that I was, okay? I was 340 pounds, y'all. So when you eat too much protein, when you're trying to lose large amounts of weight like what I did, you're actually gonna gain weight, which is what I'm trying to do right now. So don't get too pressed on eating a whole bunch of protein when you're first starting your journey, when you're trying to get rid of fat, okay? Now, I avoid a lot of processed foods. That's the other thing. Because you can still be plant-based, you can still be vegan and be unhealthy as hell. Okay, there's still a lot of processed foods in the vegan world. Like we still have processed cheese, we can still eat Beyond Meat, Impossible Meat, like anything that's not plant-based, we can get in the plant-based world, okay? So just because something's plant-based does not mean it's healthy. I avoid processed foods as much as possible. Again, I'm not perfect. I still eat some snacks now. But for the most part, I don't do Impossible Meat. I don't do Beyond Meat. If I'm gonna eat a burger of some kind, it's gonna be like a black bean burger. I don't do too much rice. I eat bread now, but during that time I wasn't eating any bread. Not because I'm against carbs. Carbs are really, really good for you. It's just I try my best to avoid processed foods as much as possible. So that meant cooking a lot of foods. That's the one thing I can say to you guys, which I know can be a huge turnoff to a lot of people because sometimes we don't have a lot of time. Yes, I'm vegan. Is having to cook a lot, okay? And I'm not gonna hold you, get used to being in your kitchen, whether you're plant-based or not. If you're trying to lose a lot of weight and you're trying to do it the healthy way, where you're actually trying to maintain the weight loss, you don't wanna gain it back, get comfortable being in your kitchen, okay? Because that's gonna be your new best friend, period, point blank, till the end of time. Now, obviously, there's gonna be some weeks where, you know, you might be busier, so all I can tell you guys is meal prep as much as possible. Don't feel like you have to meal prep on a Sunday. It's whatever you can be the most consistent, okay? Let's get some more hearts, TikTok. Let's get some more thumbs up, YouTube. Y'all gotta show the live some love. Come on, come on, come on. Let's get the hearts going. Let's get some thumbs up. Let me know that you are enjoying what we're talking about tonight. We talking about food. We talking about all of it. Right now, we're on the little backstory. Trying to get y'all caught up with what's been going on with me these past few months. I'm trying to give y'all some knowledge so that y'all can, you know, implement this stuff into your daily routine as well. One other thing I can say, y'all, it's not a diet. We're not using the word diet. On my channel, on my profile, y'all not gonna hear me say nothing about nobody diet. We're on a lifestyle change. A diet implies that you plan on stopping once you get to where you wanna be, right? We don't stop, we keep going, okay? It never stops. The healthy journey never stops. You might loosen the reins a little bit. I done loosened my reins. I done loosened them. They ain't as strict. I said I didn't used to eat bread. I eat bread now, okay? So you gonna loosen the reins as you know, get closer to your weight loss, you starting to feel good. That's natural, right? But we're still gonna try to make healthy decisions as much as possible. You're still gonna enjoy your favorite meals. I'm not telling you to never eat XYZ again. That's unrealistic. But you're gonna eat it in moderation, and you're gonna understand that you can't eat this every day because it's just not the healthy choice. Some things I'll never eat or drink again. I'm never gonna drink soda again. That's over with. Like, that ain't gonna happen. You're not gonna catch me with a Sprite, Dr. Pepper, none of that. Maybe when I'm pregnant, and I ain't never been pregnant before, but I've heard that your cravings be all over the place. So that might be the one time you catch me with a soda. But other than that, like I'm never gonna be drinking no soda again. That ain't me no more. I'm done with that. Used to be a heavy Sprite drinker, never again. Something else I'll probably never eat regular noodles again. That's another thing, you guys. I do lentil noodles, red lentil noodles, which is a vegetable noodle. They taste like regular noodles, y'all. The only difference is the color. They're red. That's the only difference. But if they were the same color as regular pasta, you know, your standard tannish colored pasta, you wouldn't be able to taste the difference at all. And if you guys Check out my YouTube channel. I've made dishes on YouTube using the red lentil noodles so y'all can see. So they're full of protein. And in the vegan world, plant-based world, you can still get plenty of protein. Y'all watch my content every day. I'm building muscle every day. So don't think I'm in a lack or I can't get protein, I can't build muscle, because I prove that theory to be wrong every post. Your girl is strong as hell, okay? So that's not true. All right, so I hope I answered some questions when it comes to weight loss. And I think I said, I stayed around 1,400 calories, 12 to 1,400 calories a day for about 18 months. That was my thing, 50 grams of protein. Some days might have been like 40, but for the most part it was 50. And I did have a personal trainer. He's also vegan, very, very, very smart, very, very well versed on food. So he helped me through my journey, and a lot of the information that I teach to you guys, I learned from him. So just keep that in mind when you're trying to lose large amounts of weight like me. Don't overly focus on protein, because all you're gonna do is gain weight. And in that stage, I lost 115 pounds. In that stage, I'm not trying to gain weight, I'm trying to lose it. And you still are gonna build muscle, okay? You're still gonna build muscle. I still was building muscle while losing weight, but I didn't overeat on protein. That's the difference. Now, as you continue to weight lift and lift heavy, you do plateau. You reach a point where your body's not going to be able to build any more muscle until you get into that surplus. The surplus of calories and the surplus of protein. That's where I ended up. So I want to say like September, because at this point, y'all, I'm lifting at least 5 days a week. Like I'm on it, okay? Like I really do this. So 5 days a week. It got to be like September, October-ish. I wasn't making any gains anymore in the weight room. I was lifting the same weights week after week. Things just weren't getting heavier. It was still hard. So, and I was close to my weight loss goal. I'm about 30 pounds off. So it was at that point when I realized, like, okay, I'm not building any more muscle. My fat loss kind of plateaued. So let's try a new approach, which is bulking, which is what I want to get into now. So I'm bulking. For those of y'all who don't know what that means, we can break it down. During the whole weight loss journey, that's a cut. That's a diet. That's a deficit. We call it a cut. You're on a cut. You're trying to cut calories, cut fat. Once you get closer to your weight loss goal, you're going to start to want to build muscle. Because as you build muscle, you're increasing your basal metabolic rate, which is how many calories your body burns without you doing anything. Just chilling, just hanging out. The only way to increase that is to have a lot of muscle. That's why you guys have heard me say, don't be cardio junkies in the gym. So many girls, it's like, and I used to be this way before I hired my personal trainer years ago. When I wanted to lose weight, I thought you just get on the elliptical 45 minutes and that's what you do. And you do lose weight that way. Don't get me wrong, you gonna lose weight, because all weight loss is a calorie deficit, calories in versus calories out. So you will lose weight, but you're also gonna lose muscle. So you want to build muscle. And no, ladies, you're not gonna look like no man. We don't make enough testosterone to build muscle like how men build muscle, okay? So the women that y'all refer to, who y'all think look like men, if we thinking about the same type of women, most of the time those women are on steroids, or they're lifting weights for like 4 and 5 hours a day, 6 days a week. You're not gonna look like that doing an hour lift 3 to 4 days a week. You're not even putting in enough time to build that, okay? So for your average woman, that's not gonna happen to you, all right? So anyways, you're not gonna look like a man. Let's get that out of our system. So you will lose weight doing cardio, but you're gonna burn more calories by lifting weight. I wear my Apple Watch every day. I don't have it on right now, but I wear my Apple Watch every day when I'm in the gym. As soon as I start lifting, because I'm on a bulk, I'm not doing cardio right now. I'm just getting straight into my lifts, stretching and getting right into it. Within 20 minutes, you guys, I've already burned about 300 calories. I'm not gonna burn 300 calories on no cardio machine in 20 minutes. That's for damn sure. Okay, so lifting weights, you're going to burn calories quicker, you're building muscle, you're increasing your basal metabolic rate. And that's important because, like we said, we don't want to only be eating 1,200 calories for the rest of our life. That's not a lot of food, y'all. You want to sit there and eat 1,200 calories a day for the rest of your life. You don't want to enjoy food anymore in a healthy way. Okay, I'm not saying we're going to go get a whole large pizza, right? We're not doing that. I look like Sexy Red. Thank you. I guess. I barely know what she looked like, to be honest, but thanks. So eventually, like we said, we're going to loosen the reins and you're going to want to eat more. You're going to want to enjoy food again in a healthy manner. If you're not building muscle, you guys, and you don't want to gain any weight, you're going to end up sticking at 1,200 calories until the day you die, because that's the only way you're not going to gain weight, because you haven't built up any muscle. So therefore, your body doesn't burn as many calories when you're not doing anything. Okay. Okay, she's ready. Thank you. I'll have to look her up. So that's why it's important to build muscle. Okay. So back to cutting versus bulking. When you get closer to your weight loss goal, I was like 30 pounds away. I started to plateau in the weight room. Shoulder press wasn't getting any stronger. Bench press wasn't getting any stronger. Squats weren't getting any stronger. I pretty much got as far as I could with being on that cut that I was on for 18 months. It took me 18 months to lose 115 pounds. So you plateau. In order to build muscle, you have to be in a surplus. You have to be eating more calories and consuming more protein. You have to do both. You can't just eat more protein, but you're still only eating 1,200 calories a day. It doesn't work like that. You got to be doing both. More calories, more protein, more carbs. Okay? That's how your body builds muscle. So, me and my trainer sat down. We calculated. There's calculators online as far as like how many calories you should be eating based off of how much you weigh, based off of your exercise level, your height, those standard calculators. So when we calculated everything, we established that I needed to be eating about 3,000 calories a day and eating about 160 grams of protein. So I was hyped. I'm like, 3,000 calories, hell yeah, it's time to eat. That's what I'm used to back in the day, right? Technically, I was on a bulk when I was big. I was bulking. I just wasn't lifting weights, but I was bulking. So I'm like, all right, hell yeah, I'm about to eat. This is what I've been waiting for 18 months. Y'all, when I tell you eating 3,000 calories a day is hard, it's hard. And I'm vegan, and I'm a healthy vegan at that most of the time. So therefore, think about it. Like, how many calories are in mushrooms? How many calories are in tomatoes and bell peppers, right? Close to none. So it was very, very, very hard for me to eat 3,000 calories of plant-based food. And then because I'm a healthy vegan, all the food that I'm eating is full of fiber, okay? I don't have a fiber deficit at all, okay? So fiber keeps you full. That's why it's important to eat unprocessed foods. The reason why we're always overeating when we're eating processed foods that have been packaged and stuff like that, is because there's close to no fiber in it. So therefore, you're not feeling full, which is why you're eating more and going back for seconds, thirds, all of that. When you're eating foods that come from the ground, so your produce, your fruits, your grains, your potatoes, when you're eating stuff like that, you're gonna get fuller a lot quicker. Also low in calories, low in fat, high in protein, high in fiber, okay? So it's really hard to do that. And there are a lot of things in the plant-based world that have a lot of protein. Lentils. I eat a lot of lentils. If you don't know what lentils are like, they look like little beans, because I didn't know what a lentil was until I was plant-based. I'm not even gonna hold you. So lentils look like little beans, and they're full of protein, but they're not beans. They're in the legume family. Lentils, full of protein. Tofu. I don't like tofu. I hate tofu. Tempeh. I love tempeh. Tempeh to me is an acquired taste, so I'm not gonna lie to y'all. When I first had tempeh, I was not a fan, okay? But I knew I needed protein, so I just kind of learned to like it. Now I like it, but when I first tried it, I wasn't feeling it. But it's kind of like with beer, right? I don't drink anymore, but they say the same thing about beer. Like when you first drink beer, you're not gonna like it, but over time, you enjoy the taste. It's like that. And tempeh and tofu, they take the taste of whatever you season and marinate it with. So if you know how to marinate and season stuff, it's gonna taste good. I don't like tofu because I don't like the texture, but tempeh is more firm. But anyway, so we got lentils, we got tofu, tempeh. Those are soy products. Soy milk, I love soy milk. Soy milk is very high in protein. What else we got? I eat white rice, which I was cooking earlier. I made a stir fry. So right rice, not white rice, right rice, RIGHT. It looks like regular rice, okay? And TikTok, if you don't know what it looks like, go to my YouTube channel. I made a stir fry on YouTube, and I showed you guys what, because I didn't know what this stuff was either, y'all. So that's why I'm like telling y'all like y'all don't know, because maybe y'all don't know, because I know I ain't know. It looks like regular rice, but it's made out of vegetables. It's high in protein, high in fiber, low in calories, has the same texture as regular rice. Rice is empty calories. There's nothing nutritious about it. It's just a filler. So when you're eating plant-based, healthy plant-based, it's good to eat with purpose so that you can get all of your macronutrients. Another thing that we eat, this isn't just vegan, this is anybody, is quinoa, quinoa. So if you don't know what quinoa is, it's spelled like, it looks like quinoa, Quinoa. Full of protein, it's a grain, but it's not gonna spike your blood sugar like rice will. It's a grain, full of protein, great. So if you wanna do chicken, quinoa, and broccoli, great meal, healthy meal, full of protein, okay? So those are some of the places where I get my protein. I also consume a protein powder every day. It's a pea protein. What I love about my protein powder is there's only pea protein in it, and that's it, one ingredient. I'm really big on not eating stuff that has a long list of ingredients, and I have no idea what it says or what they mean. I don't really like that. Some things you can't avoid, some things you know, it just kind of is what it is. But when I can, I try to not eat foods that have a lot of that stuff. Another place I get my protein from is yogurt, non-dairy yogurt. Right now I'm eating Silk. I was eating Kite Hill. Kite Hill Greek yogurt had 45 grams of protein in it, but 3,000 calories as a healthy vegan. So that's where we're going with this, because I could not get 3,000 calories in as a healthy vegan. It was very, very, very hard. I tried for 3 weeks and was falling short most days. It was extremely difficult. And on top of that, I noticed that my lower belly was getting bigger. Now, my trainer thought it was just bloating, and it could have been, but I felt like it was getting bigger, and I was like, I don't know about this. So we readjusted my numbers because I just was not getting 3,000 calories. It was too hard. I was feeling sluggish. It was uncomfortable. I didn't like it. So we readjusted after about 3 weeks of me trying to do the 3,000. We dropped it down to 24 to 2,500 calories a day and 100 grams of protein. Now, I can easily get 100 grams of protein. That's not hard for me anymore. It was at first, but it's not hard no more. because my protein drink carries more than half of that. So I end up getting more than 100 grams of protein a day now. But the calorie count was really hard. Most days now I can hit 2,400 calories. Most days. So if I had to grade myself, I'm probably at like, I'd say 89%. I give myself 89%. One thing I can say when it comes to bulking is you have to plan. Just like when you're on a cut, just like when you're dieting, you have to plan. And one thing I learned, because this is my first bulk round, I'll have many rounds in the future, so I'm constantly learning what to do differently, what to change up, whatever. But the biggest thing for me is meal planning and realizing that I can't wake up and not eat for several hours and then get my first meal around lunchtime and think that I'm gonna be able to eat all of my calories in that short window. That's where I fell short. I didn't realize that it's really hard to eat. Like, I didn't realize that. So that's what's been going on. Now in the weight room, I've noticed significant gains since I've started bulking. I told you guys I kind of plateaued as far as weightlifting was concerned. Couldn't really, hey, what's the difference between bulking and cutting? Yes. Let's get into it. So cutting is a calorie deficit. You're eating less than what you're burning so you can lose weight, you can lose fat. Bulking is you're in a surplus. You're gonna gain weight. To be honest, I haven't weighed myself. See, and these are the things that I'm learning on this bulking cycle, so that when I bulk again, probably like late summer, when I bulk again, I'll know what to do differently. I would say I've gained about 15 pounds this round. But a lot of that is muscle. I know I built a lot of muscle. Some of the weightlifting that I've done that has increased significantly. My seated shoulder press, I was stuck at 35 pounds before I started bulking. That's where you sit in the chair and you lift the dumbbells over your head. I was stuck there for weeks and weeks and weeks at 35 pounds. Now I'm about to be hitting 55 pounds. So I've built that, and I've been bulking for 2 months now. Another thing that I noticed that's gotten a lot stronger is my bench press. Before I started bulking, my 2-rep max was 105. 2 weeks ago, I hit 150 2-rep max. So a 45-pound difference in 2 months, that's crazy. I train chest twice a day though. So, I don't skip chest day. I don't skip, okay? I've seen significant gains in my back. So I've definitely gotten a lot stronger. So I'm confident that most of the weight that I've gained is muscle. Now, did I put on some fat? Yes. I feel like my lower belly is a little bit bigger than it was before I started bulking. I got rid of my back rolls before I started bulking. I do see some back rolls. So there are things that I've gained fat. Now, did my sizes change? No, I still wear the same size t-shirts. All of my clothes still fit. They're a little tighter, but I still get in them. I can't like not wear something, but I can feel a little bit of a difference. So I'm interested to see once I start my cut again, how much is muscle versus how much fat. And this is a cycle that goes on for years and years and years, you guys. This isn't just like, okay, you bulk, then you cut, and it's over. No, I'm gonna be bulking, cutting for quite some time. That's called, I just lost my train of thought. Body recomposition. Body recomposition, that's what it's called. So if you guys have heard that term, that's what's going on. I'm building muscle and losing fat, okay? So something else that I learned during my bulk this time around is to not get discouraged when I start to see the weight gain. And when I first started noticing that I was gaining weight, I was getting very, very kind of like sad. My trainer told me I was going to gain weight. Like, it wasn't a surprise. I knew it was going to happen. I'm building muscle, so duh. Like, muscle weighs more than fat. But I think for me, emotionally and psychologically, I was struggling because it's like, I used to be 340 pounds. So even though I'm nowhere near that now, it's just like the psychological, like, I don't want to ever get back to that weight because I remember how that felt. So seeing the scale go up a little bit kind of like triggered me. in a sense. I hope that makes sense. Like, I know it sounds crazy, but it triggered me because it's just like, oh my gosh, I'm gaining weight. You know what I mean? But that was like the first few weeks, like the first month. Because the first month I put on 8 pounds. So then I'm like, if I'm going to be bulking for like 3 months, if I've already gained 8 pounds, oh God, like, how much weight am I going to gain by month 3, right? I started like low key freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know about this, but it slowed down. So another thing that I'm going to do the next cycle is I'm going to get on one of those scales where it reads your body fat and your muscle so that I can write all that down and then I can compare it and, you know, share that with you guys. I didn't do that this time. I also wasn't sure if I was going to be documenting my journey the way I've been doing it. So, you know, these are just like learning tools and things that I'll do in the future for sure. Now, I am a little kind of nervous about cutting again because you guys know your stomach, your organ, yes, I'm back. Your organ stretches and it gets smaller, stretches and gets smaller, depending on if you're eating a lot versus if you're not eating a lot. So it's constantly getting bigger and getting smaller. So because when I was cutting, when you're on a diet, when you're in a deficit, your organ gets smaller, the stomach, because you're not eating as much. So that's gonna help you feel full. When you start eating a lot, what happens? It stretches out, right? So I am a little nervous because I'm like, okay, I've been used to eating 2,500 calories. Now I'm gonna drop back down to 14. How is that gonna feel? I'm probably gonna feel hungry as hell, probably a little irritable, things like that. That's what comes with it, right? But, you know, it's just part of the process. So those are some of the things that I've, you know, experienced. But I will say, you guys, I have way more energy now that I've been bulking than when I wasn't. Not saying that being in a deficit, I was always sleepy, but eating more food, I feel like when I'm up, I'm up. I don't need any coffee. I don't need any naps most of the time. I don't know. I just feel like I have way more energy eating in a caloric surplus than I did in a deficit. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know if everyone experiences that. I guess it kind of makes sense because you're getting more nutrients because you're eating more. But that's just something that I noticed. But the biggest thing is just trying to get all of my calories in the day. And some days I don't. And some days I don't have time to cook. Well, I'm not gonna say I don't have time because you can always make time. I just wasn't good at it all days. So some days I would just eat like my protein shake and I would eat a whole bunch of yogurt to try to get all of my calories and my protein. So I would do like 3 or 4 servings of yogurt just because I just didn't feel like making full course meals. So those are some things that, you know, I learned. Do I like bulking? Yes, because I like the fact that I'm building more muscle, but I don't like the fact that I'm gaining weight. I don't like the fact that I'm getting fat. I'm getting fat. I like the fact that I'm building muscle, but that's the only thing is you can't control what your body stores as fat versus what your body stores as muscle. That's all genetics. Of course you can eat, I'm on a clean bulk. Like you could eat crappy foods and, you know, gain weight too and build some muscle. But the cleaner your bulk, the more muscle you'll build and the easier it'll be to cut because you won't be gaining as much fat, like fat, right? So those are some of the tips that my trainer gave me. Just try to stay as clean as possible. Enjoy yourself, enjoy eating, you know, when you can. But it has its ups and downs. And when you first start bulking, you're gonna feel sluggish because you're not used to eating all that anymore. Like I said, I was in a cut for 18 months. Like I was trying to lose fat for 18 months. So my body got so used to eating 1,400 calories a day, right? That's a year and a half. So to go from that to jumping to an extra 1,000 calories, it's hard. It's really hard, but it can be done. So if you guys are trying to figure out, I have some women on here who aren't necessarily overweight. They just want to build muscle. And in order to do that, you have to eat. For my women who want to lose weight, different story. But for my women who are at a healthy weight, who just, you know, want to they want to build a booty, they want to build some muscle, they want to get a little bigger. You have to eat. So I had someone who asked me the other day on live she wanted to make her glutes bigger. And she said she'd been doing glute exercises, but her booty's not getting no bigger. So this is a tip that I have for you. You have to eat a lot of food if you want to build muscle. Like we said, like we were talking about, in order to build muscle, you have to be in a surplus. So you have to eat more than what your body burns. You're gonna gain weight. That's just what it is. You can't get around that. So you training your glutes, and you can overtrain. That's the thing too. If you don't give your body time to rebuild the muscle that you tore, you're not gonna build muscle, okay? So when we're lifting weights, when we're really doing it, when you're feeling sore, that's because you've stripped the muscle fibers. So now your muscle has to rebuild, has to regrow. That's how the muscle gets bigger. But if you don't allow your muscle time to rest so that it can rebuild, it's never gonna rebuild. So then it's not gonna get any bigger. So if you're one of those women who go in the gym every day training glutes, and you're wondering why your glutes aren't getting bigger, it's because you're not allowing your glutes to rebuild. And that's just any muscle group. That's any muscle group. So if you are overtraining your quads or your chest, whatever you're training, if you don't give your body time to rebuild those fibers, it's not gonna get any bigger. So you're defeating the purpose. And then you have to eat. So don't think that you're gonna build a booty by eating 1,200 calories a day and training your glutes every day. That's not how you're gonna get a bigger butt. How do you get a bigger butt? You eat and you train your glutes twice a week. I train every muscle group twice a week, except glutes. So glutes is once a week, quads is once a week. I have 2 leg days. Even though the glutes aren't your legs, I count that as a leg day. So my split right now is back and biceps. Today was chest, shoulder, tri, glutes. Then I go back to back and biceps, chest, shoulders, tris, and then quads. So, but I kind of want to put in quads twice a week because, like I said, my bulk is only for 6 more weeks, and I really want to try to build more muscle before I cut. So I'm trying to figure out where I can incorporate that second day of quads, because for me, my thighs and my lower belly is like what I really want to focus on. So like I'm getting satisfied with how my shoulders look, how my back looks. Like I'm getting satisfied with that. But now, like, I really want to get my lower belly under control and my thighs. That's where I store most of my fat. So I'm like, okay, my bulk is almost over. I got 6 more weeks, which is still enough time to build some muscle, right? It's not like I'm 2 weeks until it's time to cut. I can still build muscle in 6 weeks. So I'm trying to figure out where can I squeeze in that extra quad day so that when I come out of my bulk, I got more muscle there. But I can see, like, my quads have gotten bigger. Like, I can start to see the definition in my legs. Like, I can see it, it's there. But I'm like, I really want to rev it up a little bit so that when I get in that cut, they quaden. Do you ever do 2-a-days? I don't do 2-a-days. I don't do 2-a-days. Just because I train so hard when I'm there, I just don't see where I would benefit from the second workout. Unless I did like cardio. The jiggling thighs is a It's crazy because it's like men like certain things and us women, we don't like certain things. Like men be like, oh no, jiggle's good. But us women, we're like, nah, we don't want no jiggle. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And that's another thing I can tell you guys. When I was on my cut for 18 months, this is how I structured my gym day. I would do 20 minutes of cardio, whether that was the elliptical or the Stairmaster. Cardio is good for you. I'm never telling you I'm not anti-cardio. Cardio is really good for you, especially when you're trying to lose weight. Like, it's great. So I would do 20 minutes of either the elliptical or the Stairmaster. I would alternate. Sometimes I would get on the bike, like the cycling bike. I would do 20 minutes, sometimes 30, just depends on how I felt. But I would do it as a HIIT, so a high intensity interval training. So I would do like 1 minute really hard, then I would back it off for like a minute, then go really hard again, then back it off. And I would do it like that for 20 minutes. Now, when I first started trying to lose weight, I could not go hard for a minute. Okay, I was out of shape as hell. So that had to get built up. So I might have did like 20 seconds hard and then did like 2 minutes at a lower rate, a lower pace, maybe bring the resistance down. Then do another 20 seconds hard. So I would just build it up like that so I was able to do a minute hard. Because when you first start, y'all, 1, you're gonna be out of breath as hell. 2, you're gonna be uncomfortable as hell. And 3, you're gonna be sore as hell. You gonna not realize the muscles that you had. Like, I would have to throw myself on the toilet because I couldn't sit down to save my life. Like, everything hurt. Okay, everything was hurting. Everything. Back, chest, shoulders, thighs, glutes, calves, feet, everything. Charlie horses everywhere. Like, as soon as I stretched one muscle because I had to call a Charlie horse, then I caught a Charlie horse somewhere else. Like, it was so uncomfortable for like the first 3 weeks. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But once you get past that, it gets so much better, okay? Because it's like you're detoxing from food. You're probably used to eating a whole bunch of sugar, right? I know I was. I was used to eating a whole bunch of sugar, sweets, all that stuff is very addictive. So you're like reducing that, or I went like cold turkey with it. So I'm like detoxing, I'm withdrawing, and then I'm in the gym and I'm sore. It was just a very uncomfortable first couple of weeks of my weight loss and fitness journey. But once you get past that, I'm telling you, it gets so much better. And another thing that I started doing in the gym today, I had stopped getting sore. Like, I would say like 8 to 10 months in, I wasn't getting nowhere near as sore as I used to, which makes sense because your body, because I was working out so much, I was working out 5 to 6 days a week. So it's like my body knew it had to recover quickly because I was going to be using those muscles again. So it makes sense that your body is going to recover quickly. Soreness is just your body trying to recover. But as you get more in shape, it gets harder to get sore. Like, the same exercises aren't going to make you sore because your body's getting used to it. So you have to either have to increase the intensity or increase the weight, right? To give your body something that it's not used to. But your body's used to recovering quickly because it knows that you're going to be hitting those muscles in a day or two. So I wasn't getting sore for the longest time. What I recently started doing in the weight room is going to failure with all sets. And I record my gym vlogs every day, you guys. So TikTok, make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel so y'all can see. On Sunday was the first day that I did this. It was back and biceps, and every set, so I did a total of 4 sets with everything that I did. I went to failure each set. When I tell y'all Monday, my back was on fire. Not in pain. You should never have back pain. Don't play with back pain. No, it was not in pain. It was sore. Okay? I was sore. Like, even just like stretching my arm, like my lats, y'all. Oh my God. But it felt so good. It was like, yes, like I did something. Like, so training to failure is great. And I've trained to failure before, but not like I did on Sunday with back and biceps. Like, everything was sore. Back, biceps, everything. Yesterday was glutes, and I did the same thing. Make sure y'all check out that gym vlog. I trained to failure. So I increased the weight each set and would knock out as many reps as I could until I couldn't do any more. That's what training to failure is. So some days I'll do like 8 reps. Like, okay, let's say I'm doing seated shoulder press. I know I need to hit 8 reps. And once I hit 8 reps, I'm done. Like, the goal is 8, maybe 10, right? Okay, that's cool. You're going to get stronger. But this week, I was like, instead of doing 8, I'm going to just go till I can't go no more. So if that's 15 reps, 20 reps, then that's what I'm going to do. And let me tell you, I got sore as hell, but it felt good. Like, my glutes are still sore. Yesterday was glute day, and this morning when I got up to go to the gym, when I got in the car, like, just trying to sit in the car, my glutes was hurting. But I love that because that lets me know that they're gonna rebuild bigger. because that means I really tore some muscle fibers, which is what you want when you're trying to build muscle. Okay, so embrace the soreness. As long as it's not pain, you should not be in pain. You should be sore. It shouldn't hurt. If it hurts, you got an issue. And that's another thing when it comes to lifting. You guys, you have to make sure that you're lifting properly. Would you ever compete? I want to get into competing. I really do. But there's certain things I need to figure out first, like what kind of competing would I do? I don't want to do any type of competitions where I'm going to hurt myself. So like with powerlifting, I know a lot of times, at least some of the people who I've talked to who have competed, when it comes to like deadlifting, a lot of people complain about lower back pain. It's not that serious to me. Listen, I love a good back day. I love working my back. I love getting my muscle definition in the back. Like my back is looking fire. But one thing I will never play with is back pain. I am not with that. Ain't trying to be with that because I need my back. Okay, so when more than one person told me, like, as you start to lift heavier deadlifting weights, like you will hurt your lower back, I was like, oh no. I don't know about that. I don't know what I deadlift. I don't deadlift. I don't do deadlifts. The closest thing I get to a deadlift is RDLs. I do RDLs on glute day, but I don't deadlift. So I don't know what my deadlift weight would be. I have no idea what it would be. So I don't know about competing. I've considered it because I love weightlifting, but I don't know. Some things I don't do, like I don't do deadlifting. I do back squats, I do front squats. Yeah. What is another movement? I don't know, I have to think. I don't know what they do. Rows. Yeah, so we'll see. How much do I leg press? The last leg press I did, that was last week. I believe I had 3 45-pound plates on each side and a 25-pound plate. So whatever that equals up to. Good morning. Yeah, I do that. I just started getting into the hack machine. I just started getting into that. I like that for the quads. My quads was on fire. And not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Friday will be quad day. I will be doing the hack squats on Friday. Last week, when I hit quads, I did front squats. But front squats is more quads and core. It's not just quads. But yes, I'll be hitting the hack machine this week for sure. I'm excited because that's a good exercise. But my favorite thing for quads, you guys, is walking lunges. That's gonna put your quads on fire, and that damn leg extension. And one thing I like to do with the leg extension machine, so that's the machine where you're sitting and you're literally, I got on a rope, you literally lift your legs up and down, up and down. Okay. When you lift your leg up, try to hold it for 1 to 2 seconds before you bring your leg back down. Do that 20 reps, and you let me know how your quads feel after set 4. Can you say fire? Okay, so that's how I've been training quads. And then once I do that, so let's say I'll knock out one set, doing it like that. Give my body like 30 seconds. Take my less dominant leg, which is my right. So my right leg is not as strong as my left, which makes sense because I'm left-handed. So I'll take my right leg, which is the lesser strong one, and then I'll do 10 to 12 reps with just that one leg. I'll drop the weight, do 12 reps after about 30 seconds of doing both. Then I'll go to the other leg. Now that's some quads for your ass, okay? And walking lunges, I'll do 20. I did 25 the last time, 25 for each set at a moderately heavy weight. So I think I had 30-pound dumbbells, 25 walking lunges back and forth. Y'all, now that was tough. It felt good though. And then after each set of that, I would immediately jump into jumping lunges with no weight for as many as I could do before I failed, before I couldn't do anymore. That was a great quad day. That was a great quad day. And I might hit that again on Friday because that was really good. I was definitely sore as hell. Like my legs were on fire the next day. And that's what I love. I love that because it lets me know, like, girl, you put in some work. Like you did that shit. You want no little pussy with it. I'm telling you. So anytime you do squats, you guys, or Bulgarian split squats or walking lunges, after you do your set, drop the weight and do jumping squats or jumping lunges or jumping split squats right after until you can't do anymore. That is it's great cardio. It's a great way to build some more muscle, and it's a great way to get your heart rate through the roof. I'm telling you, it's a game changer. It is a game changer. So anytime I do any type of squat, right after that, I do some type of jumping movement. Crazy. But it feels so good after. 4 sets. It's always 4 sets for me. Unless 4 sets feels like you didn't really do anything, then go to 5. But I'm telling you, like, 4 sets is good. 4 sets is really good, especially on leg day. Another thing, ladies, don't be afraid to train your chest. I feel like a lot of ladies avoid chest day. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because it's like we don't want to look like men, right? But again, we've talked about this. Like, you're not going to look like a man. You're not going to look like a man at all, okay? It's impossible unless you're juicing. You're not going to look like a man. So get that fear out of your head. I train chest twice a week, shoulders twice a week. Everything is twice a week, okay? Get into the mindset of going hard. I'm tall as well and trying to figure out a squat stance. Do you find your squat? Yes, my squat stance is wider. And it's crazy because when I first started squatting, I was trying to do a more narrow stance because that's what I see everybody else doing. But it's so uncomfortable for me. Like, I cannot do a narrow squat, like, at all. Even my goblet squats, my feet are wider and my toes are out. Like, that's the only way I can get a squat comfortably, like where I'm not hurting my knees. I don't feel like I'm gonna fall. Like, I need a wide stance squat, and it just is what it is. It just is what it is. I can't. That's just the way I was built, okay? Plus, I have wider hips anyways, so yes, I need the wider stance, and I don't even feel bad about it. As long as I can keep my torso upright as much as possible and not start to lean forward, as long as I can push through my heels, I am happy with my squat stance. And everyone's squat stance is different because everyone's hips are built differently. So, you have to do what's comfortable for you. Even when I do the leg press, my feet have to be pointed outward. Like, I start them pointed inwards, or not inwards, but just vertically. And when I try to push that platform back out, it's like my feet automatically turn outwards. It's like I can't help it. It just is what it is. It was a struggle for me until I went wider. Yeah, like it just is what it is. Bring your feet in narrow like you pitch. I've tried that, but it just is not comfortable. Like, it really puts a strain on my knees when I do it like that. And I've had 2 knee surgeries playing basketball. So I automatically, when I do legs, especially squats, like, I need more time to warm up, way more time to warm up before I start really loading the bar. I'm probably warming up for about a good 30 minutes before I even put any weight on the damn bar. It's like that. But once I'm warm, I'm good. Like, my knees don't hurt, nothing feels uncomfortable, but it's getting to that warm up, getting through it, that gets me to that point. Like, I can't just start squatting right away. I can't do that. I gotta hold on to the bar and slowly lower my body, hold it, kind of rock back and forth, slowly lift myself back up. Then I have to do some clamshells. It's a whole process. It's a whole process. People over 6 feet complain about it's lazy. No, I'm telling you, it's because we're tall. And we have more distance to travel, okay, than shorter people. That is scientifically proven. I have to get lower. I have more of a distance than someone who's like 5'5", right? It just is what it is. So it's harder. It's harder. But once I'm warm, I'm warm. You're trolling. It really is a struggle. It really is. It's not just us, girl or guy. It's everybody. Anyone who's tall has talked about this. So your squat stance is your squat stance. As long as, like I said, as long as you can keep your heels on the floor, you're not lifting your heels, as long as you're pushing through your heels, as long as you're keeping your torso upright and you're not allowing the bar to pull you forward, that's a good squat. That's a good squat. Sometimes I'll put the platform underneath to elevate my heels, but sometimes I don't. It just depends on what I'm trying to hit. If I'm trying to do more quads, then I won't elevate my heels. If I'm trying to hit more of my glutes, I will. It just kind of depends on how I'm feeling. But yeah, yep. Back squat is definitely not like one of my favorite movements. I'll do a front squat before I do a back squat. I don't know, I just feel like back squat, it's uncomfortable because it's like you have to have the bar like right here. You have to hold yourself. You got to push your shoulders back. It's just a lot. It's a great compound movement. It's great. Like all the muscle groups that you're working, it's great. But it's just a lot. Like it's just a lot. And certain things I'll always start first. Like, so if I'm doing squats, like a back squat or a front squat, I always start with that first. Always. If it's chest day and I'm doing bench press, I always start with bench press before I do anything else. If I'm doing shoulders, I'll start with shoulders. So because I have 2 chest and shoulder days, one day, so today was chest, shoulders, triceps. So today I did bench press. My next chest, shoulder, tri day, which will be in 4 days, I won't hit bench press, but I will hit seated shoulder press. So any type of pressing, I always try to do that first when I'm freshest, when I have the most energy. I've been doing a lot of hamstring exercises trying to achieve that time. Like I need to get more hamstring work in. I've been legit slacking on hamstrings, like legit. It's sad. It's pathetic. Like it's like non-existent. I need to get on that. I really do. I just don't like hamstrings. I don't know. And I need to get on calves too. Like my calves are avoided. I mean, obviously you're using calves when you're doing certain things, but like I don't really train them and I need to stop that. That's not good. I'm going to start hitting hamstrings more because it's like I don't play about quads. So why am I playing about hamstrings? Like it makes no sense. Like if you're going to do it, do it. Much love from New Jersey. Hey, Jersey. Hi, Justin. The hamstring soreness is also next. Yes, it is. But I feel like when you train your hamstrings, you're also doing something for your glutes. I feel like you're lifting your booty up a little bit when you got the strong hamstrings in the back. I don't know. I got to get on that. But the only hamstring machine that my gym has is the Lane leg curls. I really want to get on the seated one I've seen on Instagram where you're seated and you're pushing your legs back. I would like to get on that, but I don't think I've seen that at the gym. I'll look, but I don't feel like I've seen that. I forget what it's called. What stretching and back leg curls is hamstring? What stretching and back leg curl? What you mean? I don't think I understand the question. So yeah, that's what's been going on with me, with bulking, cutting, all that good stuff. Some people were like, why are you cutting or why are you bulking when you still have more body fat to lose? So it's your preference and what you want to look like. It's your goals, your body, and your vision. I don't know if I want to be super lean. Like, I like my curves. Do I have some problem areas? Yes. That I want to change? Yes. But ultimately, I like my curves. So that's why I decided to bulk. I wanted to build some more muscle. And let's say I come out of the bulk, I cut for 3 months, and I still am not happy with the results, then I can cut longer. There's no hard, fast rule of, oh, you can only cut for 2 months. You can cut for as long as you want. Like, it's your body, you know what I mean? So I'll play it by ear. I can adjust. I can change things. It's completely up to me. But one thing that I've realized with this journey is it's a journey. Like, it's not gonna happen in 6 months. This is something that takes a very long time to achieve. I took a long time gaining the weight, right? It took a long time. It took years to do that. So it's going to take years to get my body to my liking. I'm almost on year 2, so that's exciting because I'm 21 months in. So by May, I'll have been on my weight loss and fitness journey for a total of 2 years. So it's personal preference. It's what you want. You know, some people want to be super lean. Some people want to be a little thick. It's what makes you happy. Okay, just know that if you bulk, you will gain weight, and you cannot control what's gained as fat and muscle. That's what your body chooses to do. There's nothing you can do about it. Assuming that you're eating clean. If you're, eating like shit, then of course you're eating more fat. But if you're eating clean, again, you can't control how your body just decides to store it. It's genetics, and that just is what it is. You think down your stomach, bring your leg to your back. Oh yes, that's the laying leg curls. They Burger King and Wendy pouches, but I love because she can sneak in whenever. And when we get in the club and I need my pistol snipe. What? To each his own. To each his own. Do y'all have any more questions for me before I get off? I'm about to go to bed because I get up bright and early for the gym. I try to get at the gym by like 3:30. Because one thing I've been trying to do is I need to get a better microphone. But in the meantime, it gets so loud in the gym, like during the day, people slamming weights, screaming, yelling, all that good stuff. So what I've been doing recently is getting to the gym like super early when it's like no one in there so that my content doesn't have all that background noise in it. So, but it's been working. I do enjoy being done with my workout by 5:36, 6 o'clock. I love that. So the sun is still not out, but my day has already started. Like, I love that. But it is a struggle some days getting up that early. Like, that's the only part. So I try to get to bed super early so I can still get my 6 to 7 or 8 hours of sleep. But I do love being done with the gym by 6 a.m. Like, it's a whole vibe. And having the rest of the day, it's a vibe. Hi, Ashley. As a college student, do you have any clean on the go meal recommendations? That's a good one. On the go. I have meals I make a lot of stir fries. So like with white rice, I don't use regular rice, but white rice, which is made out of vegetables. That's quick and easy. I just put a whole bunch of vegetables in it, kind of saute them up, add some soy sauce, a little bit of butter. I do that a lot. Sweet potatoes, anything with sweet potatoes is super healthy for you. I'll do a lot of just cutting up a whole bunch of different vegetables, seasoning them differently depending on the batch. I'll put sweet potatoes, mushrooms, onions, bell peppers, spinach, just a whole medley of things. That I'll eat a lot of. I'm trying to think. I eat a lot of yogurt, like non-dairy yogurt. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I eat a lot of non-dairy yogurt because it's quick, it's full of protein, and I can put fruit. I put a lot of blueberries in it, a lot of blueberries. I go through a shit ton of blueberries. So I'll eat a lot of that, especially when I don't feel like cooking, but I need some calories and some protein. That's definitely a go-to of mine. That's processed, but sometimes it just is what it is. As I said, like sometimes, you know, you just can't be perfect. Sometimes you're strapped for time. Sometimes you just don't freaking feel like it. Like, so if I'm in one of those moods, like I'll just eat a big ass bowl of yogurt with a shit ton of blueberries. I'll put some granola in there, some dark chocolate chips, and I'll eat that. I love being plant-based. Yes, me too, girl. Me too. I love being plant-based. I love it. I love it. I love it. Can it be challenging sometimes? Yes. Only because there's not that much convenience. I don't eat fast food anyways, but if I was someone to eat fast food, you don't really have that option unless you're just gonna get some French fries. Like, I don't really know what you're gonna eat like at a McDonald's. You know what I mean? So that is the only downfall for someone who does like convenience. Luckily, I have a Whole Foods near me. Whole Foods I love because they have a lot of stuff in their refrigerated section for vegans, like soups and things already prepared. So that's nice. With fresh ingredients. They're not like frozen meals. They like, I guess they make it and then they put it on the fridge. So that's always cool. But it can be challenging. Some restaurants like Kava, I don't know if Kava is nationwide, but Kava is really good. They have a lot of vegan options. Wendy's for you. No, I'm definitely not going to Wendy's. I'll starve before I go to freaking Wendy's. Like, absolutely not. Oh, no. Absolutely not. Some places, like as you continue down your weight loss journey, you guys, some places is just not going to be appealing to you anymore. I don't know how to explain it. Like whether I'm vegan or not, I'm just not going to eat at McDonald's anymore. Like I'm just not. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just not going to do it. Like it's just not appealing to me anymore. I don't know. To each his own. But no, I'm good. I'll just wait till I get home. I don't know. Maybe it's the vegan in me, but I'm just not gonna do it. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight's live. I love talking to y'all about food and stuff that I've learned along the way. I hope you guys can use some of these tips that I've given y'all on your journey. Feel free to ask questions, leave comments. I respond to everything. And TikTok, make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not already. I post gym vlogs every single day. So if you're looking for new exercises and things to do, check that out. You're welcome. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm trying to get on live every single day. So that's my goal. I think this was a good time. I feel like y'all were very, very, very interactive. I'm trying to figure out times to catch y'all because I know people be working, got like crazy schedules. So I'm just like playing around with different times, trying to see like when are y'all most active. But tonight was a good live. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in, talking, chit-chatting with me. I'll see y'all tomorrow.